You might have heard this album by now. It's been out for almost 2 months. I meant to talk about it earlier, but it just kind of got lost in the shuffle. But I still think it's worth talking about. And that, of course, is the latest album from Ozzy Osbourne, Patient Number 9. Patient Number 9 is Ozzy's first album since his 2020 release, The Ordinary Man, which was very well received, had some collaborations. Notably, around that time with that album, Ozzy's diagnosis of Parkinson's became known. So this is his follow-up to that. We don't know if this is his final album, if he's going to retire after this, as his health gets a little bit worse. That remains to be seen, but this is a phenomenal album. This is one of the best albums of the year for me. It's just a really, really good album. I normally don't really get into Ozzy and Black Sabbath too much, but this one just drew me in. I heard that title track and I was hooked into it. Ozzy is 73 and he sings with such a passion and a fire on this album. You can hear it throughout the whole album. I mean, it's just incredible to experience. Stylistically, this is a really exciting album. You get that old school like Black Sabbath metal sound along with like the more modern like Ozzy hard rock sound, and it just works. And I think that there's still a decent amount of variety in this, and I think it's because of the collaborators that Ozzy uses. He uses a lot of guitar collaborators, and he sings, of course, on every track, but he uses some really big players in the music world. I mean, we're talking Jeff Beck is on a few tracks. We've got Zakk Wylde, who is an Ozzy staple, so of course he's here. We've got Black Sabbath guitarist Toni Iommi, and we even have Eric Clapton. So very, very stellar lineup of guitarists. I mean, it just works. I want to talk about a few standout tracks here. The first would be the title track and opening track, Patient Number 9. It's a longer track, and it features Jeff Beck. His virtuoso style of guitar playing suits this so well. You get a really awesome riff, and Ozzy's vocals just kind of glide through this track. It kind of bounces off of the music perfectly. There's like a nice staccato with it. It just works really, really well. And then all of a sudden, the Jeff Beck guitar solo comes through, and it just really changes the tone of this song. I mean, it's just incredible. Track 3 is called Parasite. It has Zakk Wylde on guitar. This has got a really crunchy, aggressive, intense guitar riff that goes throughout the whole song. And Ozzy contributes some really, really catchy vocals here that will be stuck in your head. I mean, this is a headbanger of a track. It's a fun, fun song. Really, really awesome work from everyone on this one. Track number 4 really stood out to me quite a bit. This is one of the ones with Toni Iommi. It's called No Escape From Now. It is it's a long song, but it is a very, very good song. It is a perfect modern representation of Black Sabbath. It starts off slow. You can tell it's Iommi pretty quickly just by the sound, and it just kind of chugs along. Ozzy's singing over Iommi's guitar playing, and then you get to about the 5-minute mark, and the song just explodes. It just takes off. It gets really fast, really aggressive. You get this really aggressive and fast metal guitar playing from Toni Iommi, and then you get these really fast and intense lyrics from Ozzy to match it, and they just match so well on this track. It just sounds incredible. I mean, they really, really, really pulled it off here. It sounds just like you're listening to like a modern day iteration of Black Sabbath. It's incredible. It just works so well. And then the final standout track for me, which the whole album is incredible, but these are just songs that really jumped out to me. It's called One of Those Days. This song features Eric Clapton on guitar, and this song is incredible. It's extraordinary. It sounds like a perfect marriage and mixture of Ozzy Osbourne's like hard rock classic metal sound, and old school Cream. I mean, Eric Clapton's riff is just so good here. And I listened to an interview with Ozzy, and he said that he wanted Clapton to play like he was in Cream. And he does. I mean, he just does. It's one of those things. It's just hard to explain. You just kind of have to listen to the song and think of all those Cream classic songs while you're listening to it, and you'll hear it. It just works. It's like it's pretty wild, honestly. This album is it's really really good. I mean, there's very little that I can negatively critique here. I know some people, there is some work being done on Ozzy's vocals, some auto tuning or production work. I don't really care, honestly. It still sounds amazing, and Ozzy is 73 with Parkinson's, so if he needs a little help in the studio, so be it. It does not take away from the incredible journey that this album is. You guys should really check out Patient Number 9. If you're an Ozzy Osbourne fan or a Black Sabbath fan, I mean, you've probably already done it. If you're not, but you kind of are aware of these guys, I mean, everyone's heard of Ozzy, but if you're aware of Black Sabbath or enjoy some of their stuff, check this album out. This is an album where you just sit down, you just want to listen to the whole thing. That's what I did many times, and I just kept coming back to it. It's just one of those records. So I definitely want to know what you guys think of the latest Ozzy Osbourne, album in the comments. If you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video, it helps us get more visibility. We are over 320 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. Got some good content on the horizon. I think some of my next stuff, I'm going to be focusing on the solo career of Steve Perry of Journey. He's got some pretty good solo stuff that I think is worth looking at, and then I'm not really sure what I'm going to cover after that. Content in the channel has slowed down because I've been trying to figure out what I want to cover. I don't know. If you guys have anything that you want me to cover musically, whether it's a certain album or a certain band or something like that you want me to talk about, definitely let me know in the comments. I am open to ideas. I'm always open to feedback from the community. That's kind of the whole point of this. So I will see you guys at the next video.